Hi everybody, welcome back in. This is Prophetess Nikki G, and I am so happy and excited this morning to come back into your homes, to speak life into your situations, to give you a word of inspiration, to give you a word of motivation, so that you can continue on the journey that you are on. God is going to clean up everything that people messed up in your life. I'm going to say that again, family. Some of you are doing your best to pull yourself up by the bootstraps that you have, because you've had people that you trusted that made a horrible decision to cause so much mayhem in your life. They've messed your life up. You know, some people will intentionally sabotage your life because they know the direction that you're heading. And some people, when they are envious, when some people who are jealous, and when the enemy just has an all right assignment to destroy your purpose, and whenever the enemy does not want you to reach the place that God has said that you can reach, he's going to always bring a person in your life to destroy you. When God gets ready to bless his kids, he's going to always do it through a vessel. He's going to always do it through a person. And the enemy is a fraud. Satan is a fraud. So when the devil gets ready to destroy your life, he's going to always bring a vessel. He's going to always bring a person in your life to do that. And it's going to be the people who are closest to you. You know, some people, like I'm saying, family, some people just really did their best to self-sabotage your life. You got to be careful, because people will give you the wrong advice to send you down a wrong path, knowing that you're going down the wrong path. But because you trust certain people, they'll intentionally, when they don't have your best interest at heart, they'll intentionally give you some poor counsel to hold you back. They want to stop you from getting to the place where you want to be. And people know that. But we have to pray, and we have to ask God, what counsel should we be taking? You may be consulting advice and counsel from certain people, but you got to make sure that that counsel is approved by God, because everybody doesn't have your best interest at heart, and everybody is not happy for where you're going in your life. They're just not happy. And you've made a lot of bad choices by trusting some people that you shouldn't have trusted. So it has messed up your life. But God is going to clean that up. God is going to come in. God is going to clean up your life. Every place in your life where a person has come in your life and did their best to mess up your life, God is going to come in and he's going to clean that up. A lot of people will do things to you intentionally because they don't want you to get to that place, or they're competing with you. They're competing against you to get to the place before you. So you got to be real careful. You got to be careful who you ask for counsel. You got to be careful for the counsel that you take. You got to be careful who you share your plans with, because everybody doesn't want you to meet the plans that you have. Everybody is not excited about the plans that you're attaining to get. And I dropped by to let you know that this morning, today, that God is going to clean up the things that people intentionally messed up. People will intentionally self-sabotage your life if you're not aware. This is why you have to always be sober-minded. You got to always be sober-minded. You got to always be vigilant, because you have an adversary. It doesn't matter, family. You have an adversary. We know this. So you have to be careful, because the enemy wants to stop you from getting to that place. The enemy's job is to cause as much mayhem and havoc in your life as he possibly can. And he's always on the prowl. He's always on the prowl. He's always looking for ways to destroy you. Did you know that? This is why you have to have a prayer life, and you must pray. You have to always pray. You have to pray when you're in a trial. You got to pray when you come out of one. You have to always pray, even when you're not in one at the moment. You have to always pray. God tells us to pray in a time of peace. You don't pray when the battle has intensified. No, you're in trouble then. You need to pray now where you have peace, when you're not in a trial. So whenever that trial comes, your faith will be built up. This is what we call our most holiest faith. Our most holy faith. You got to build up that faith. But don't fret and don't worry. Because I stopped by today to give my family some confirmation. Things that people messed up in your life, God is going to fix that. God is going to fix the things that people messed up in your life. A lot of people may have gotten you into some jams because of the decisions that you made to trust certain people that you shouldn't have trusted. Now your back is against the wall. Now you're backed up in a corner. Now you got to dig your way out of it. But I'm telling you, family, God's going to get you out of that. God is going to get your back again from against that wall. God is going to dig you out of the place that you were in, the hole that people tried to dig for you to get in and to fall in so that you would not succeed. It's all about jealousy. You know, you have to be so careful because jealousy is lethal. Jealousy is very, very lethal. And whenever you have a person who is envious of you, when you have a person who is jealous of you, you know that jealousy would turn to hate. And people begin to do some really mean and nasty things when they hate you. When that seed of hate is inside a person's heart. Look at Cain and Abel. Look at what enviousness did. Look at what jealousy did. It turned into hate. And look at the end of his brother. Look what he did to his brother. This is why you can't laugh things off. This is why you just can't take things lightly when you go through life. You can't. You have to be spiritually minded. You don't walk in fear, but you have to know that you have an adversary. And that adversary is trying to destroy your kingdom assignment. There is always an assignment against your kingdom assignment. And you're going to battle that through an entity inside of a person, because it's not that individual. It is the spirit inside that person. So we don't fight against flesh and blood. We don't fight against that. We fight against principalities and darkness and wickedness in high places. Things that people messed up in your life, God is going to come in and God is going to sweep your house. He's going to clean it. God is going to clean everything that you messed up so that you can get to the winner's circle. You're going to get to the winner's circle in life by being just like the Apostle Paul, by pressing toward the mark of the high prize, the high calling. He pressed. This is how you get to the winner's circle in your life. You're going to get to the winner's circle in life by pressing. You can't get to the winner's circle by not doing. You have to be diligent. You have to be consistent. And you have to keep pressing. You have to keep pressing. Whenever things happen to you in your life, it is all a distraction. It's all a distraction, and it is meant to cause you to stop pressing. Why don't you affirm, I will not press? Stop pressing. It doesn't matter what comes my way. I'm not going to stop pressing. It doesn't matter what happens in life. I am not going to stop pressing. Whatever you do, do not stop pressing. Do not stop putting your hand to the plow. You keep it pushing. You keep it moving, because you're on your way to the winner's circle. You're on your way to the top. And I don't mean just financially. I mean your whole life. God is going to do this for your whole life, your spirit, your finances, your health, your wealth, your happiness. Do you know that wealth is really health? Health is wealth. In order for you to be wealthy, you have to have a wealthy mindset. You got to have a kingdom mindset. God is going to allow you to be wealthy in all areas of your life. And the things that people did their best to make sure that you wouldn't come back out of this, God is going to come in there and God is going to clean this stuff up. He's going to give you a clean slate. God is going to cause you, family, to put your feet back on a solid foundation. Because some of you have been left in a place where you didn't know the forest from the trees. And people intentionally came into your life to deplete it. Some people did. Some people came to be a blessing to you. And this is how you learn who to trust. The Bible tells us put our trust in no man. You don't put your total trust in no flesh, anybody's flesh, because it's going to deceive you. It's going to let you down. All the trust that we're supposed to put, all the trust that we have, we're supposed to put that trust into God, not into flesh, because people are fickle. You found that out. You found out how fickle people are. People change on a dime with you. People change like they change their shoes. People change, family of God, against you because they came into your life. They were assigned by the devil. They were assigned by Satan. They were sent in your life by Satan to disrupt the plan that God has for you. See, God tells you in Jeremiah 29:11, God says, I know the plans and the thoughts that I have for you. The plans and the thoughts that God has for you, they're not of evil. They're to give you a hope, and they're to give you an expected end. So you have to know these things. So whenever you see things happening into your life, in your life, family of God, that is not going in the right direction, you have to know who has sent that person in your life. You got to know when God sends you people, and you got to know when the devil sends you somebody. You got to know when the kingdom of darkness sends you somebody. And people have been sent into your life to throw you off your path. And you've noticed that. You've sensed it and you've discerned it. And a lot of you have said, I wish I had not have gotten counsel from that person. See, whenever the Holy Spirit makes you uncomfortable and whenever you don't have any peace, you obey that, because God knows better than you. God knows things that you don't know. God sees the whole picture, and God sees behind the scenes. So God is teaching you how to trust his voice. He's teaching you two things. He's teaching you how to hear his voice, and God is going to teach you how to obey. He's teaching you how to hear, and God is teaching you how to obey what you hear from him. But God is merciful and God is gracious. God is going to come in, and God is going to clean up the things that people messed up in your life, the hardships that people left you up under. God is going to give you another opportunity to put your feet on a solid foundation. Now, when God comes in and to clean up what you've allowed people to mess up, because the accountability is on you and I, because we made that decision. If we were in that place, it always falls back on us. And the reason why we do things like this is, one, because we're broken, we're unhealed, and we're just too trusting. Sometimes you can be too trusting. So don't be too trusting, family, because when people see you too trusting, when they're of the devil, they're going to come in and they're going to maximize what they want to do in your life, and that's just not going to be good. But you're going to get another opportunity. God is going to come in and God is going to clean this up for you. God knows the nights that you cry. God knows the way that you're praying for him to make. He's going to make that way for you. He's the way maker. He's going to come in and clean it up. People did their best, family, to see you on your face. They came to you so nice, and they were so humble. It was a disguise. People disguise themselves. You have to be careful. Don't give people the benefit of the doubt so much. See, this is another thing that will cause you to fail and be taken advantage of. Whenever you just out of the gate, just open your door and just give people the benefit of the doubt until they do something that they shouldn't do to you, that's not wise to do that. It's not wise just to open yourself up completely and give people the benefit of the doubt. No, trust is earned. Trust is earned and respect is given. It has to be an equal reciprocity in life, in all areas of your life, family. God is going to come in and clean this up, because a lot of people left you in a really bad situation. And they did that intentionally because people are envious of your success. People are envious of the life that you live. They're envious of the things that you have. They're envious and they're jealous of the anointing on your life. They're envious and they're jealous of the call of God that is on your life. They're envious and jealous of the opportunities that you get that they don't get. They're envious and jealous because they look at your life and it looks like everything comes easy for you. It just looks like every time they poke their nose and to look into your life that you keep prospering, it looks like you're at a better place than you've ever been, and they're suffering, and people hate you for that. And when people don't have good intentions for you, they will monitor your life that way. People will monitor your life just that close whenever the devil sends them, so that they can destroy you and disrupt the plan that God has for you. Don't allow the devil, don't allow people, don't allow yourself to trust so easily. And people come in, family, and disrupt your whole life. You got to be aware of the distractions. There's so many distractions that you're going to face, but you're going to have to recognize what a distraction is. What a distraction is. People can be a distraction. Things can be a distraction. Your job can be a distraction. Life itself can be a distraction. You're being overly busy doesn't mean you're productive. You may be overly busy, but it may be a distraction to the purpose and the call that God has for you. Be careful with people, family. Be careful. Because when God blesses his children, when God gets ready to bless his kids, he's going to do it through a vessel. He's going to do it through a person. And when that fraud, Satan, when that devil wants to destroy your life from limb to limb, he's going to be just like a fraud does. He's going to be his best to try to do what God does. He's going to send a person in your life. And that person is going to be sent in your life to destroy your life, to disrupt your life, to disrupt your future. God has cleared certain things for you, family. So don't allow people to come in to mess up what God is cleaning up in your life. You've gotten your finances back in order. So don't allow people to come in and take from you. Don't allow people to come in and suck the life out of you. You know, a lot of people have hit a bad place in life and they see where you're doing well. And some people will try to come in. This is a distraction. And you will ask yourself, well, why is this person calling me all of a sudden? Wow, it's been that long since I heard from that person. No, it was done intentionally. And they didn't want you to think that. But they have been watching you from afar. They have been watching you and monitoring you. They've been observing your life since they left your life. And they see how you're doing. And they're not doing as well as you. So what people will do, they will come in if you let them. And they will cause you, family of God, to nurse them back to health, so to speak. Don't nurse the devil back to health, family of God. Don't do that. The devil is watching your life. He's monitoring your life. He's observing you. He's looking for any way that he can to come in to destroy you. The devil is so cunning. This is why God tells us to be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. As God's kids, we have to learn wisdom. And this is the principal thing that we need to pray for, is wisdom, so that you can defeat the adversary. You know you have an adversary, but do you know his method of operation? Do you know how the devil works? Do you know what he uses? Do you know his tactics, his ploys, and his plans? Do you know his schemes? You have to know that. And he's going to always use a person. You remember that. He's going to always use a person. And you monitor your life. You monitor the people who left your life. You monitor the people who say they're your friend and they don't call you for 6 months. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, out of the sky, here comes that person calling you. It is a reason why people are calling you. Is it always a bad reason why people call? Do people always call because they have a bad motive, poor intentions? No. But a lot of times they do. So this is where your discernment is going to come into play. Because a lot of times people have hit their face. A lot of times people have bumped their head. They have fallen. And they know, family, they know you have your life together. And they just want to come in. And they want to take from you. And they're going to mess up your whole life again. Don't let people keep coming in your life, messing up your life. Things aren't working out for them. They don't mean you any good. Don't you dare put yourself back in that situation. I'm telling you, don't you do that. Don't you let the devil talk to you. See, this is what you can't do. God is going to clean up what people messed up in your life. I'm telling you that today. He's going to give you another opportunity because you prayed for it, and he's a just God. He's going to do it because he's a just God. He's going to do it for you because he has no respect of person. He's going to do it for you because his grace and his mercy are renewed every day. He's going to do it. So when you stand before God, you're not going to be able to tell God that you didn't give me this opportunity. You gave that person that opportunity. You are not going to be able to stand before God and tell the truth and say that. God is going to give you an opportunity. So it's what you're going to do with that opportunity when God cleans your life up. God is going to give you a clean slate. He's going to clean up what people have messed up in your life, what you allow people to come in and where you allow people to come in your life and to mess up your life, knowing you shouldn't have trusted that person. You got to follow your spirit. You have to follow the Holy Spirit. It's going to tell you. You can't be led by flesh, and you can't be led by your emotions. You can't be led by your feelings, how much you like someone, how long you've known someone. This is how the devil trips you up. This is a tactic of the devil to distract you and to get you off course. No, you have to be a wise person. When people show you who they are, we say it all the time, you must believe these people. Whatever they show you, whatever it is, that's who they are, family of God. But God said, I'm going to clean up what they messed up. I'm going to give you another opportunity. I'm going to give you another chance. Now, don't let these people come back into your life, family, and tear down what God has built. Don't do that. Don't do it. Because they're going to leave your life again. They're going to leave you on red every time. This is who they are. Don't expect anything different out of a devil. They can't be anybody else. They can't do anything else for you but to destroy your life. And it's going to be our fault when we let the devil come in. You know who the people are. You know the history you have with certain people. And even if it's a new individual that you've befriended, you ought to know, family, the signs that God give you. When he gives you these red flags, believe them. Believe the red flags and run for your life. We love you here. God bless all of you. Thank you for tuning in today. God is going to clean up what the devil messed up in your life. I'm telling you, he's going to clean it up. You prayed about it. He's going to give you another opportunity. Thank you for subscribing, liking, and sharing these videos. Don't get scammed here. And thank you for supporting that book, Becoming a Master of Divine Consciousness, family. We love y'all here. Thank you for what you do daily. I mean daily. Humble Accelerations, God bless you. Kylie Woods, God bless you. We love you. Team Nikki G, we love you here. All of my subscribers, your family, and you are going to make it. Do the hard things. Whenever you do what is hard, you're going to make good progress. You're going to make forward progression. I'm telling you, you've been praying because people came into your life. They gave you some wrong advice. And some people came into your life and they back you up in a corner. They did it intentionally because they wanted to see you fail. They wanted to see you fall on your face. They wanted to see you fail. Now you're picking yourself back up. So don't let them come back in, because this time you may not come out like you want to come out. I'm telling you, family, God heard your prayer. He heard your supplication, and he's going to honor it. We'll talk later. God bless all of you.